Hello everybody and welcome back to the FinTech Times. We're very lucky today to be here at Money 2020 Europe in Amsterdam. And today I'm very fortunate to be joined by Stephen Breen, the Managing Director of Episode 6. How are you, Stephen?
Great, fantastic. Great to be here in Amsterdam, returning to Money 2020.
Yeah, it's a very big event this year and everybody seems to be here as well.
Well, I think we managed to squeeze one in last year just before the COVID lockdown. But yeah, it's back bigger and better and great to see industry colleagues and friends alike.
Yeah. It's all it's the return of this fintech family, everybody keeps saying. So yeah, it's great to be here. And at least it's not raining today either, which is lovely. So Stephen, you're Managing Director of Episode 6. Why don't you tell us a bit about who Episode 6 is, what it offers, who it serves?
Yeah, so I've recently joined Episode 6 as Managing Director of Strategic Initiatives for Europe. I've got about 8 or 10 years in fintech and payments. And really we look to provide a future-ready, globally distributed card processing platform, and it allows us bring pretty much any use case that our customers are looking at today, but giving them a platform for tomorrow at the same time.
And your company has previously been described as offering sort of like a blank canvas to fintechs and other businesses to create their own payment journeys. What kind of journeys are people taking forward with your solution?
I suppose the blank canvas probably refers a little bit to our platform Trillium, and it allows us to be highly configurable, scalable and global through 600 APIs that really enables a whole array of use cases, from global banks to global airlines, fintechs to healthcare players, to gift, loyalty, open and closed loop use cases on 5 continents today, over 20 customers.
Well, then that's fantastic. Do you see, in terms of using legacy systems, is there how would that hinder the process if you were to use that solution?
I suppose the trouble with legacy systems or technology is that it was built in a day where they may have been focusing on a very specific use case, albeit scalable, but not necessarily that's able to adapt for the customer demands or use cases of today. At Episode 6, we have a highly configurable, globally distributed platform, 600 APIs that our customer can develop any way that they require for the needs of the use case they're trying to solve for.
It's very topical that services are very personalized and very adaptable to who they're serving, you know. So you can definitely see why that would be an attractive trait to have in your offering. In terms of the payment industry specifically, we've got a lot of players from the payment industry within this building. I don't think there's been a moment in history when so many people are under one roof. But do you see specific opportunities for these fintechs or these players of the system to really make their mark, to really thrive? I mean, do you think there's opportunity, and do you think there's challenges that they need to overcome in that process?
Yeah, you know, as I said in a conversation, the thing I love about joining Episode 6 is the technology, the people and the culture, but it's very much the opportunity in front of us. And it takes me back to maybe the early days of the internet and me trying to explain to my parents what it was, logging on and searching. I'm now looking at the future through the eyes of my children. Of course, they search from time to time. They watch YouTube, not television, and they stream music. They don't listen to CDs. But where are they hanging out? They're hanging out on Roblox, Minecraft. They're playing football on FIFA with headphones on and chatting to their friends. And they're doing commerce through my Apple Pay integration. They're buying footballs or jerseys or swords or building blocks. So they're already purchasing in this new world of Web 3.0. So, you know, really, where do I think it's going? Where can Episode 6 and, you know, the industry support that is enabling cross-platform exchange of value. whether it's from fiat to digital, or a reward to a sword, through a Sega game or an EA game or FIFA or Roblox. So I'm still trying to unpack really what is Web 3.0, but it's certainly it's a blue ocean of opportunity.
You're absolutely bang on the money there with sort of this sort of representation of value and how numbers are really moving. I mean, I spoke to a few other people before that were talking about how tokenization is going to really come into fruition. So I think it's sort of a watch this space sort of question. But episode 6, you mentioned this in your introduction, that you're very much a global company. You have a presence across a lot of markets, for Hong Kong, for example, and Singapore especially. Do you see, in terms of being a global company, do you see disparities in regional demand?
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of demand, differentiators coming from the different markets. In Australia, we have a customer, Carta. They have a fantastic gift and loyalty offering for SMEs, and blending gift and loyalty for businesses large and small to offer that to their customers. Asia is the region of the wallets, so we're powering wallets for closed and open loop customers, and airlines as well, global cross-border multi-currency wallets and use cases. In the US, credit really is king, and we're seeing credit use cases again and again, health market use cases whereby our platform provides a closed loop ecosystem of payments for the patient, the hospital and the pharmacy. And I think that's where we talk about the differentiator between legacy and being future ready, is that a single platform, a single ledger powers all these different use cases that a broad set of customers want to enable, whether they're a global bank, a global fintech, or a global airline.
And is there any specific region that you might already have a footprint in, or maybe you don't currently, but is there anywhere within the next year that you've got your eye on expanding within?
Well, I've just left Asia after 8 years, 8 years based in Singapore, and now my focus is on Europe, relocated to Europe. I think, again, the European market is so diverse. We think of it as one currency, but clearly it's a combination of different cultures, languages and countries. But my focus will be on Europe. I think in Europe we're going to see the mobility apps take it a step further, Free Now or Bolt. They're already moving horizontally into scooters and bus information and taxis and cars rental. I see the likes of Free Now, particularly with their German ownership car manufacturers, moving into subscription models for your Volvo or for your BMW or Mercedes. Again, back to my children, they won't be buying cars, they'll be subscribing, and that will all happen behind the scenes in the application provided to the consumer.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot of potential in the European market, definitely. And being here at Money 2020 Europe is the perfect place to be now. Yeah. Is there anything? This is a sort of a very premature question because we're only half a day in so far. But is there anything that's surprised you about Money 2020 this year so far?
Yeah, listen, I think Money 2020 brings the industry back every year, and it's a touch point. There's trends and there's insights. Yeah, we are day one. I think the power of partnership just shines through and through. The big global brands are here, the global card and processing and cloud players are here, and then every startup, every scale up is here supporting the entire ecosystem. So I think Money 2020 delivers, and it proves that partnership is what's going to build services that consumers want.
Well, Well, that's fantastic, and hopefully there'll be plenty of opportunity to meet up with new people and network and make some new partnerships. So yeah, well, thank you very much
Absolutely.
for joining me, Stephen.
Thank you.
It's been
Great
a
to be
pleasure
here.
To have you.
Okay,
enjoy the rest
Yep.
of your stay in Amsterdam and Money 2020.
Thank you very
It'll be
much.
great.